It's your boy JG, and today I want to show you how to make a site like loopers. And first thing you're going to do is make sure you clear your indexed page. Make sure you clear your domain name. Everything, nothing should be here. Nothing should be here. Everything should be dry. So, some people are going to ask that, is it possible for me to use a WordPress theme on that, a WordPress for template on this thing? Well, it's not possible because the template has been integrated with a whole something. So it comes with the template, a front page template. So the only thing you can do is customize it. So you can customize the front page template. So let's just get started. First thing you're going to do is go to your file manager. You'll be redirected to a page like this. So under your public HTML here, you upload, depending on I don't know what kind of cPanel you're using, but you always see something like upload and public HTML. So you select the file from your desktop. You select the file from your desktop, then you upload it. So to just get things just to be quick, the file is about 52 MB, so just to be quick, I prefer we go to let's go create a database, SQL database, while the file is uploading. It's just 3% now. So you create your database. You can use any name for it. I'll actually tell you that you should use the same name for database, as in same database name and user per database user. Let it be the same name. Doesn't have any repercussion or something. So you can just use the same name for the database user and the database password, database name rather. So create database. You create database user here. So we're creating database user now. Oh, really? Wow, how's that possible? Okay, that's a mistake. So we're done that part. Now, there's something that most people doesn't know about this thing now. After you create the database user, create the database name, you create the database user, there's something you shouldn't forget. See, this is database. Here's the database name. This is the database name. It doesn't have any privileged user just yet. It doesn't have any privileged user. So this is how you have a privileged user. There are some cPanel that you don't have to go through the stress, just like hosting guys. Everything is just straightforward. All you have to do is simple this database name, database user. But for a cPanel like this, you have to actually add privileged users to your database name. So now you can add it from there. So after clicking it, they will be redirected to a page to, you just click on these all privileges and then you can make changes. So most people actually use this kind of cPanel now. This is the best cPanel so far, and it's very, it's not all that straightforward, but it's perfect though. So now you've created the database name and the database user. So the next thing we're going to do is now go to our phpMyAdmin. That's where you're going to import the main script. So phpMyAdmin. So when you're actually working on this kind of project, just make sure the files you're going to use, make sure they're stored in a very different place so you don't just mess up everything. So now we've actually gone to a phpMyAdmin. So I have to click on the database that I created just now that I want to use for the connection of the script. So then I click on import. Then you select the ecache2.sql. ecache2.sql. So then you click on go. You don't have to touch anything yet. So it's loading. So this one's going to. So you just have to import the something. My network's not very great right now, but doesn't take time. No, it's just about 120 something MB. It doesn't take time. So, and boom, we're ready. So now you can see all the tables here. This table is for users, registered users. They will be they are going to be, this is the list, this is users data, this is users data here. This is for admin, so you can actually add another admin. This is the login for the admin here. So you can actually add another admin, like you want it to be like two admins that will access it with different password. So you can just easily create a new table from here and add this, and you create a new table here, and then another admin can easily log in on this thing. So another video on my next video, I think I'll have to make sure I have to do something like that. So now we have actually created our database we've imported the database now. So now the next thing is to connect it with the script, and it's almost done. So now we're done with the uploading. So let's go check. Let's refresh the folder. And then you see something like extract. The thing is currently in zip folder, then you extract it like yes. After the extraction, you don't need the zip folder anymore. So on your domain name, on your front page, you're going to see this folder now, eCache. That means the script is not on the root. So it's going to say unable to connect to database eCache 2. So here's what we're going to do. The connection file is inside here. After going to the eCache 2, you go to the back end, includes, and under the includes you see something like function.php. So here's this something backend /includes /function. See, there are two functions here. They have function and functions, like function and functions. So it's the one without s. So you edit the folder. The network is not very great now. Sorry about that. Let's take it again. In eCache 2 backend, and then the includes folder. And then this is what I'm talking about. You see function and functions. Function and functions. We're talking about this one without s. So you're going to click on edit the file, and then so now on the last line, the database, you don't, all this one above isn't, all this one isn't what you're going for. So just scroll down here. On the last line here, this is where the call to database is made. Now this is localhost, and this is database name. This is db password. And this is the db username. So everything here, this one, you don't need it. You don't need it at all. If your website is using localhost, then you don't need to touch anything from here at all. You don't need to touch anything from here. All you just need to touch is this, and that's all. So let's get to it. First thing we're going to do right now is locate our SQL. You copy the SQL name and SQL password. That's one of the reasons why I said it's better you make the SQL name the same as the SQL user. So no matter where you put it, whether even if you're mistakenly putting it, if you're putting the database user here, at least it's the same with the database name. So you just make it the same thing. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So just make the database. You can do otherwise, but that's the best advice so far. That's the best advice I can just give to you. Just make everything more easier. So let's do that right now. So let's do that now. So okay, we're going to look at our we're going back to my SQL database, my SQL database now. So we want to copy this thing, our name, our database name. So let's just copy it from here. So on this file function.php, keep that in mind. We're going to replace this with our password. And with this. And that's all. That's all we have to do. Then you click on the save button. And then it's saved. So accessing the site now. Let's see if it, so let me just make sure the file is not here in the root folder. It's not yet in your public HTML. It's just like here. It's like here. See, this is the root folder. Everything that shows up here is what is going to be directly here. See the folder here is what is here. So if you want the file, oh god, if you want the file here, like everything here to show up directly, so you're going to have to move everything inside this folder. You're going to have to move selector. You move everything here to outside here, which is the public HTML. So that's it.